I was at my mom's for 2 weeks.
But, honey, we have been having studies on Tuesday for years, not just 2 weeks.
Well, I can't remember since 2 weeks.
It goes by months. It don't go by day to day. It goes by month to month. I mean, week to week, not month. Every week.
Yeah.
Just because you serve 2 weeks. You've been here for a week. You haven't read it yet. I wouldn't stop you from reading it.
Well, yeah, but at home I have, like, all the stuff I need, but I don't have anything here.
Well, you could borrow mine.
Well, it's Tuesday in 3 days, I think.
I've got mine in there that I looked at and it tells you what chapters to read. We read about 4 on our Tuesday night study. About 4 chapters.
Yeah.
3 or 4, it all depends on how long they are. So if you don't read it every night, if you read that Tuesday night and study it, look at your work paper, and you've got questions at the bottom that you answer after you read it. But you can answer those questions. If you can't answer them after you read it, then you should go back and reread it and look for the answers. You know what I'm saying? It's like in school, if you take a test, and if you don't pay attention at school and take your test, I mean, you won't pass, will you?
No.
You take your test, you have to study. Well, that's the way the Bible reads, you have to study it. And in our worksheet, it's not questions, you know that.
Yeah.
At the end of after you read the Bible reading, and it has questions.
Yeah.
That you answer. If you can't answer those, then you need to go back and read it again. Because you need to get the answers. I'll show you in the morning.
Why do I need to get the answers? Why do I need to get the answers?
Well, that's what Tuesday night is for. If you can't do the answers, what's the point even going?
Because there's other questions that can be answered.
Tuesday night, we concentrate on a new chapter every Tuesday.
But
and it has questions.
It only has 4 questions. And then we have the congregation Bible study that has like 8 questions or 9 questions.
But the whole meeting is about those chapters that we study. The whole meeting is connected with those chapters. The whole meeting is with those. If you read that and then you understand it, well, then you're okay. But if you don't understand it, then you need to go back and reread and try to pick up things. It's like you do at school. You have a history. I don't know what they call it now, but when I went to school, it was the history book. We'd have to read it chapter, and then we'd have a test. If I didn't read my chapter good and study it, I wouldn't pass my test.
I don't have to study, and I pass my test.
Huh?
I don't have to study, and I passed my test. I didn't study, and I missed 2 points out of a 40-question quiz, and I got an A-.
Well, you had to do some study or a little bit of...
I didn't study at all.
How do you know what you were going to ask?
I remember it. I memorized it.
Well, now, what did you remember from?
When we studied it the first time.
At school?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you studied it then.
Yeah, at school. I didn't do any studying at home like they told us to. And I missed 2 points at the 40-question quiz.
Well, if you understand it at school, you don't have to do it at home.
Exactly.
So you pay attention at school, so it shouldn't be in that study at home.
Yeah.
But if you hadn't paid attention, you had to study at home, or you wouldn't have passed your test. If you hadn't known it. You're not going to know the chapters in the Bible if you don't read them. You have to read them, and then our whole lesson on Tuesday is about those 4 books that we read. And if you read those, I don't have my glasses on, I think he said this twice. It seems to me like it's Jeremiah. You can't remember what we studied?
No.
Well, I guess.
I think it was Jeremiah.
I mean, the 8 years old. And it's a 13-year-old we think, and then I guess I may as well give up.
Well, I didn't memorize the numbers. I didn't feel like I needed to.
I mean, if you're interested in Jehovah and going to the meetings, then Tuesday night studies should be up here.
Well, half of what I did at school is gone.
It should be up here too for Bible, for the Bible school.
Everything unimportant I did at school is just gone. Anything important at school is still there, but anything unimportant is like faded. But
well, the Bible is important. Tuesday night study.
I don't know.
It's important. Don't y'all study it at home before you go to the meeting?
Yeah, but we would do it individually.
If you do it what?
Individually?
Y'all don't study together?
No, never have. Except for like once.
Huh?
Except for once?
The dad don't study with you?
No, he works.
I mean, every man works. But
So, he works when I'm studying, and it's not right before the meeting that I do it.
he don't work all night.
Well, no, he works until like probably 5, and I already have it done.
So does most people get off.
Yeah,
They still study with their kids.
he doesn't.
Well, he's supposed to.
What do you mean he's supposed to?
I mean, he's supposed to. That's one of the things Jehovah tells you in his Bible. Is the parents are supposed to study with their children.
Where does it say?
It says, talk about it when you get up, talk about it during the day, and talk about it when you go to bed. So that means talk about it all the time. So, and parents are responsible for their children.
Yeah.
And if he's not studying with you, then he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Because he's supposed to study with you. Not just him, but every parent is.
Yeah.
It's just like those little kids. Bobby Barnes. They're little. I don't know how old that oldest one is.
I think the oldest one's like 9. I think the oldest one is like 9.
They're not very old, I know. But they ask the questions. So do I, the oldest one.
Yeah.
One of the Bobby's oldest one, and then Leah's oldest one. So that's Lauren and Leah's kids. And the 2 oldest ones answer questions all the time. Yeah. So they have to study. And the parents have to study with them. If they didn't, they wouldn't be able to do that. And they have to help them. Your dad used to study with you when you got up there and give them prompts. I mean, the Bible reading. If you hadn't studied with you, you wouldn't have been able to pronounce those words.
Yeah.
But you don't do that no more, huh?
No.
Well, you better be putting it on yourself then, because each person is responsible for his own self.
But the thing is that he works, and when he gets home, he doesn't have time to study. Like, he'll eat, he'll change, and then we'll go to the meeting.
Not at night.
No, but on Tuesdays, like every Tuesday, he gets off at 5.
But you're supposed to study before Tuesday. Tuesday is the night we have to study.
Yeah, but we have time. We have time to. We have like the whole day to, other than those 2 hours.
You have the whole day.
Basically.
Your dad don't have the whole day to study with you.
Not to study with me, to study by yourself.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to study. You're going with him. You don't go with me. He's responsible for your own life. Because I can't, you don't understand what I'm trying to say. You can't wait until Tuesday and then try to study it. I mean, you can wait if you want to, but why wait? You got a whole week. So what do you want to wait till the last minute for?
We only have like a day, really.
A day?
Yeah, Monday.
It's every week.
Yeah, but you have Sunday, and then you have Monday, and then you have Tuesday. It's a meeting, and then you don't have a meeting, and then you have a meeting, and the rest of the week is no meeting.
We have a study on Tuesday night, and then we don't have another study until the next Tuesday night.
Yeah, but what about Sunday?
Well, you have to study. But I wasn't talking about that study.
I know,
I wasn't talking about the Watchtower. I was talking about Tuesday night study. You've got a whole week. Yeah, you've got the Watchtower, but that, it don't take too much time to do it don't take too much time to study either one of them.
Yeah.
But you just got to do it. You got to make it part of your life. And it's just like getting up and dressing, getting your clothes on, and eating your breakfast. Okay, reading the Bible is part of your life, just like that is. If you want to be a Jehovah's Witness, and if you want to live in the New Order. Now, there's lots of people that say they're Jehovah's Witnesses, but they're really not. Because if you don't do what Jehovah says to, you can call yourself a witness, but you're not going to live in the New Order. Because if you read the Bible, you'd see why. It's like in Israel. He kept telling them and telling them and telling them and telling them that they had to worship him. He was the only true God. He was the God that he's supposed to worship. They go out and make
false gods,
all kinds of things,
altars,
idols and things, and they worship them instead of him. And then when they get in trouble, then they call on Jehovah. Oh, help us, help us. And he helped them until he kept telling them, giving them chances over and over and over, and they still didn't change. So he got rid of the whole, and one of them died.
Because he killed them?
What?
Because he killed them?
Well, he had an army that another, well, I can't get my words right. Like another state or country. They went to war. And Jehovah had let every one of them get killed. Because they didn't do what he told them to do. They was worshiping false gods. And doing all kinds of things they weren't supposed to do. Drinking. If you read this Bible, you know all that. It's in here. You should make it your goal to read the Bible all the way through. Start at the very beginning and read some in it every day until you get all the way through it. And concentrate on it when you're reading it. And make sure you understand what Jehovah's telling you. You need somebody to study with you. I'm not good at explaining things. Because, like I said, I'm 88 years old, and my memory, when you get old, your brain don't work right. It works like just around the house or something, but sometimes I even forget about things that I hear. But I can't think like I want to. I can't do anything anymore like I used to. And that's what happens to you when you get old. And I just can't. I got to study with you myself, but I don't think I could. I might tomorrow. I might show you some of the scriptures and explain a little bit what I'm talking about. After I get a good night's sleep and lay down sleepy. But if your dad's not studying with you, that's not good. Not good at all. He needs to study with you. And it would be okay if Kendra would study with you. Just as long as one of them studied with you. She could study with you during the day.
She studies before I do. She studies before I do.
Before you do?
Yeah.
Well, you could study together.
But I'm usually at school, and then she studies, and then she tells me to study, and she's already had
But you are their responsibility.
Then they should take care of it.
You're a kid. You're not a grown man, a grown person. You're not old enough.
I know I'm not.
So she don't have, even if she's done her study before when you wasn't home, she still could study with you when you come home.
But I know what to do.
What do you mean you know what to do?
Well, I know how to do it.
But you don't know the answers.
I do know the answers and know how to find them.
You know the answers to everything in the Bible?
No, not to everything in the Bible, but like on the workbook, like the answers, I can find them really easily.
Like the what?
The questions on the workbook or the Watchtower, I can find them easily.
Well, that's what I was talking to you about a while ago, and you act like you didn't know what I was talking about. When I said you had to find the answers. I said if you read it and if you can't answer those questions, then you have to go back and read it again.
But I know the answer the first time through.
But what if you didn't know an answer? You're not perfect. You're not in the new order yet. So you're not perfect.
I know I'm not.
Well, then, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you don't know an answer, if there is one of them that trips you up, then you've got to go back and read until you find that answer. That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't say you didn't know it. I said if you don't. When you read it, then if you can't answer those questions, then you have to go back and read it over. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say a while ago. And you can't say, well, I know the answer, because, well, maybe you do. But if you do, then that's something else that you need to do in your prayers. When you pray to Jehovah, you should thank Him. Thank you, Jehovah, for helping me to understand, because that's a gift. A lot of people can't do that. They can't read it one time and then they have to go back and hunt for the answers. Lots and lots and lots of people do. There is some people that the brain works different instead of,
yeah.
And that's good. If you can remember like that, well, then you need to be thankful. Always thank Jehovah for everything because everything good, Jehovah is responsible. Everything bad, Satan is the cause of it. But we need to, everybody, not just you, everybody that wants to be a Jehovah's Witness has to read the Bible. If they don't read the Bible, they're not a Jehovah's Witness.
I haven't read the Bible, so am I considered not a Jehovah's Witness?
You haven't read the whole Bible.
No.
That's what I said.
So I'm not a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, you're an old man. You've had all your life, you've had your whole life, and you haven't read the Bible, so you're only 13 years old.
I know that.
Honey, you're not getting nothing that I'm saying. I don't know how to say it to you. Just because. Now, what did I say that made you think you weren't a Jehovah's Witness because you hadn't read the Bible?
Because you said that if I haven't read the Bible, then I'm not a Jehovah's Witness.
I didn't say you. I said anybody.
Which includes
Out in the world, anywhere. Out in the world. Out in public, even at the Kingdom Hall. Anywhere. If they say that they're a Jehovah's Witness, but they haven't read this Bible, they're not a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay. So I'm not a witness, I guess.
You're not that old, honey.
I know.
I'm talking about men and women. You're only a little kid. You haven't had time and no help yet.
But I've read plenty of books that would have more than enough pages in the Bible.
Well, then you need to do what you need to do. If you know right from wrong, then that's just like I'm telling you that standing up to your mother. You need to stand up to her and tell her, say, Mom, I want to go to the Kingdom Hall. I'm not going because Daddy wants me to go. I'm going because I love Jehovah. And I want to show him that I love him. And that's one of the ways that we show him. You can witness to her just like you would witness to somebody else. And she used to be a witness. She ought to be ashamed of herself.
Because?
Because she's going to cause you to get destroyed.
Cause me to get destroyed?
Yeah, if you keep listening to her and stay away from the meeting. You need to stand up there. I don't mean right now. If you get a little older, you're going to have to speak up. How old do you have to be before she can tell you that you can't go?
Well, she's already told me I couldn't go.
I said, how old do you have to be before she can't tell you?
Oh, I thought you said before she can tell me. I thought you said before she can tell you.
No, I know she can say she does. You're just a kid now, but I said, how old do you have to be before, like, when you're over at her house and she said you can't go to the meeting? Well, when you get older, get a little older or something, or even if you was mature enough right now, you could take your suit over there with you, what you're going to wear, and take your shower and get ready and say, Mom, I'm going, and you can make plans with somebody to come out and pick you up.
But she doesn't want to for me to go because of the hours that I have to spend with her.
That don't make any difference. The hours you spend with her is not going to get you everlasting life. She's being selfish.
Selfish?
Yeah, selfish. She wants you there all the time. And I don't think that's true anyway. I don't believe it.
Believe
I
what?
don't think that I think she don't let you go because she's doing it to fight your dad. That's what I think. She ain't going to meet you, but she should be proud. She should be tickled to death that you want to go. Most mothers would be. You could be out sneaking around smoking and trying to get a hold of pot and all that kind of stuff. There's lots of kids that's 10 years old, younger than you.
Yeah.
And they're already on that stuff. They stick around smoking and everything, which you should be thankful that you want to go to the Kingdom Hall. She knows that the witnesses has the truth. And she ought to be ashamed of herself. I had a little boy that was 13 years old and wanted to go to the Kingdom Hall. That would tickle me. Of course, I didn't know the truth when my kids was little. I didn't know the truth. We went to church. But if you study the Bible, and there's another scripture in here that says, make the truth your own. It means you, and it also says everybody's responsible for themselves. But you're not of that age yet. Jehovah won't hold you responsible right now because you're still a little bit too young. You're still a kid. But Jehovah knows what you know and what you don't know. He knows how much you understand. And if you understand enough that you know that you got to go to the meetings and study and everything to get everlasting life, and then you sit over and let your mom say you can't go, then you're going to be in trouble with Jehovah.
We already do.
You go down at Armageddon, you won't make it through. You go down with all the other people that's not worshiping him. Your mom's going to go down at Armageddon.
And so will everybody else.
Huh?
And so will everybody else.
So is everybody else.
So will everybody else.
Everybody that's not doing Jehovah's will. And like I said, Jehovah reads your heart. That's why I said to everybody that says, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, they could say that and really not be one. Because if they don't study at home, study their lessons and go to the meetings and go out in service and everything, then they're really not a Jehovah's Witness. They can go to a meeting. A lot of people go on Sunday, but they don't go on Tuesday. And a lot of them will go Sunday and Tuesday off and on, and they've been baptized, so they should call themselves a Jehovah's Witness. But if they don't go to all the meetings that they can, unless they're sick, Jehovah's not a mean God. He's a good, understanding God. If you're sick, he don't want you going to the meeting. If now, you give everybody else what you got to do. He wants you to take care of yourself. He's understanding. He's loving. All he wants is for us to worship him. He wants us to understand. He is the one that created the earth. And he created man, Adam and Eve. And he started them out with a beautiful garden. Not the Garden of Paradise. They had everything that they needed. They had all kinds of fruits and vegetables and all kinds of animals, and the animals were tame. And they had everything. He supplied them with everything that they needed. But they disobeyed him. He told me, he said, you can have anything except that one tree. You can eat anything you want, do anything, but don't eat the fruit off of that tree right there. But there's plenty of other trees. And what they do, they went over and got the fruit, he told them not to. And the woman got it, ate it. So, they died. He didn't kill them right then, but they didn't, but he got them, he put them out of the Garden of Eden. He put them out, pushed them out, and where everything was pretty and everything, then he pushed them out, and they just didn't have to make it on their own. They didn't have Jehovah to help them anymore. They had to get out and work hard to make a living. And then the animals and everything all got wild, and you see what the world is now. People don't even think about God. When I say people, I don't mean all. I don't mean Jehovah's Witnesses don't think about it. I mean the worldly people who get out and and party and get drunk and cuss and smoke, and they don't care anything about Jehovah. And those are the ones that he's going to destroy. But we know the truth, and we don't stick to it. We have to read this Bible. There's no other way for us to get everlasting life if we don't read the Bible. Everybody has to read it. Even if you've already read it 4 or 5 times, you still have to read it. If you study, you have to, because nobody can remember everything in this. I mean, you might have a good memory, but you're not going to have that much good memory to remember everything.
But there are some people who can. Like, some people have, like, sort of form of autism, and then they can remember stuff like someone remembered, like, 28,000 places of pie.
Yeah.
And
but if they don't do what it says do, they're not going to get everlasting life. So it makes no difference how many times they can quote it. They can quote every word in it. And still get destroyed. Because you have to do what he tells you to do. You can't just... But I mean, just reading it is not all there is to it. You've got to do what it tells you to do. Just reading it won't do you no good if you don't do what it says. See? It's like the Israelites. They knew he sent prophets there and told them that Jehovah said this and Jehovah said that. And they wouldn't listen to him. So he let this other country come over there and fight them and kill them all. So that's what's going to happen at Armageddon. If we're not doing what we're supposed to do, I don't know how old you have to be before you can. But I mean, right now, you could witness to your mom just right there at home, and maybe talk to her sometime and just say, Mom, I would really like to go to the kingdom hall once in a while, even if you don't want me to go every meeting. Well, I'd like to go once in a while anyway. And it looks like it, she would let you go. You talk nice to her and try to witness to her.
But it's still like 2 hours.
Honey, I don't care if it's 10 hours.
But
it's your life.
Well, apparently, she doesn't see it, I guess.
No, because she don't care. She's going to be destroyed. So why does she care if you're destroyed? She won't be alive to miss you. She's going to be dead too. The people that don't love Jehovah don't, like I told you, you're responsible for yourself. And if you learn to love Jehovah the way you're supposed to love him, you will talk to your mom. You will. There will be a day that you'll talk to her and tell her that, Mom, I really would like to go to the meeting. And not because Daddy told me to. My heart tells me to. I need to go. And find a scripture in there to show her. I'll find one. I'll get my thoughts together and get John to help me. But I can't think of them anymore. I used to remember them, but I can't remember them anymore. So we'll find the ones that I'm thinking about. We'll find them and let you read them. And then see what you think. But I don't mean for you to go over there and tell your mom and act smart with her. And I'd never tell you to do that. Never. I mean, she is your mom. But Jehovah comes first. That's something else he does. He comes before anybody. He comes before your mom, before your dad, before your grandpa, your brother, your sister. He comes before anybody. So he created everything. and he could destroy everything. He could snap his finger and everybody on the earth died. He wanted to. He killed everybody one time if he wanted to. But he don't want to. He wants to kill the bad people and get rid of them. And then the world's going to be a paradise again. We're going to have animals and things. We can ride horses. We can get on a bear, a lion, a tiger. They'll be walking around with us. Kids be playing with them. And you would like to live like that?
Yeah.
Well, that's just beautiful, I think. And you plant a garden, like John's got out there. Well, if we don't get our tomatoes, it's when they start turning, we don't watch a squirrel go out there and eat them. Or there could be some bugs get on there, and bugs get bug bites and things. But in the new order, they won't be things like that. There'll be garden, you said you plant your garden, and it'll grow you beautiful tomatoes and things. There won't be any bugs to eat them up. So there won't be no bugs. But the other one create them. Not in the new order either. But they wouldn't have no reason for them. So, but you have to have it in your heart. If it's not in your heart, if you don't want to live in the new order, well, I could sit here and talk to you online, it wouldn't do no good. And I could show you every scripture to prove everything I'm saying, but I can't think where they are. I mean, if I was able, I could show you everything. If it's not in your heart, if you don't love Jehovah, it wouldn't do no good. We just sit here all night and look up scriptures. But you would have to want to and love to hear it and think about the paradise and everything.
Yeah.
And you have to want that. And you don't want to, do things that people out in the world are doing. Sitting there smoking. Now she smokes out in the open. But she sleeps at first, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
See, things like that. If you love Jehovah, you're not going to do those kind of things because you're not even going to want to. And you wouldn't even smoke them, even if you could. Even if your mom would like one and add it to you.
But she wouldn't.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to have an example for you. I said, if she would light a cigarette and hand it to you, and you could smoke it, and, she wouldn't care. You could sit there and smoke it in front of her. But see, if you did that, then you wouldn't love Jehovah. But if you love Jehovah, then she might sit there and get you, you'd say, I don't want that. And you wouldn't take it. She'd have to put it out or smoke it herself. But if you love him, you wouldn't do it, see? If you do love him, well, you might take it. You smoke it. The way the people out in the world do. But we have to separate ourselves. You can't be one thing one day and something else the next day. And you can't be a witness in your home and then go to your mom's and not be one. You got to love Jehovah when you're over there the same as you do when you're anywhere else. And you're getting old enough now to start standing up for yourself a little bit about things. And I'm sure she said things that you probably know is not true.
Like what?
Well, this is all things people say things. I mean, worldly people say things all the time that's not true. I do say that in certain things, but if you study the way you should and everything, then if she did say something like a false religion or something, you would recognize that you're a quit like that. You would recognize it. But you gotta, like I said, you're just still a kid. But you'll get, if you study, over you get, just like, say, 4th of July. I'm not saying she made you that, but saying if she would. Saying, come on, we're going out to firecrackers. You said, no, Mom, I'm not going. I don't want to go. I don't want to shoot firecrackers. And she wouldn't be able to make you if you love Jehovah. Because if you love Jehovah, you pray to him all the time. And he'll help you. When you get in trouble like that, he'll make the right things come to your mind and say, he'll help you. You say, Mom, I'm okay. But always be nice to her. Don't be a smart aleck. Because that's not nice. Jehovah don't like nice people. He don't want you to be a smart aleck. But you do need to start standing up for yourself a little bit. For Jehovah. Don't stand up for yourself and stand up for Jehovah. You need to do that. But you need to also have somebody to study with you. Don't talk to John, see what he says. He may study with you over the telephone.
When I'm at my dad's or my mom's or what?
Huh?
When I'm at my dad's or my mom's or what?
Well, your dad, I mean, if your mom don't want you talking, she said she could take the phone away from you.
No.
She would.
No, she can't.
She can't take your phone away from you.
No, and neither can my dad.
Huh?
And neither can my dad.
Why?
Because, like, I have to have communication with my mom and my dad. So
You have to do it right now.
I have to have communication with my mom and my dad.
Well, that don't mean that you could get on that phone and do anything you want to do. If you're talking to somebody on that phone that you weren't supposed to talk to, either one of them could take it away from you.
Yeah.
And they get it back to you later. If you're doing something you shouldn't do with that phone, so they could take it away from you. Either one of them could. It ain't no court going to do anything to either one of them to take the phone away from you if you're doing something with it you're not supposed to do.
Like what?
Anything.
Well, like,
Kids get on the telephone, do lots of things.
I can't think of anything I could do with.
Oh, and you're so hard to talk to.
Well, I don't have a smartphone, so I can't really do anything on my phone.
I can remember when kids used to call people, just aggravate them. And call them and they answer the phone and you say something, ask them something just to make somebody mad or something like that. Kids used to do that all the time. They call people and bug them to answer the phone and they hang up on them. Just things that kids do that they're not supposed to do. I didn't think you would do it.
Yeah.
I said if you did, if you was doing something like that, bugging somebody with your phone and you shouldn't be doing it, they could take it away from you. Because you're a kid, and they are your parents. And the law is not. The law has not got anything to do with how they've got to make you mine. They can't just let you. So the law wouldn't do anything to either one of them. I mean, if your mother took it away from you for something that you did, and she said, well, you can't have it for a while because of, why? The law wouldn't do anything about it, and she told them what she was doing. They might take and put you, they might do something to you for doing things you're not supposed to do on the phone. But I'm probably getting over your head. I probably don't know what. A lot of things I'm trying to say.
Well, I understand most of it.
But you're, like I said, you're still a kid. You have lots to learn. Right. Grandma will help you. And Poppy will help you. Study anytime you want to. And you do need to study. Everybody needs to study. There's nobody that's so smart that they don't need to study. Nobody knows everything in this Bible. It's more, there's people that know more than some people. And some, you know, I get the hiccups. They know more than other people, but nobody knows everything except Jehovah. Jehovah's the only one that knows everything.